Daffy, you can't do this. You're taking your grouch too far this time.
It's not as if I don't know that I'm a very self-absorbed, miserable little guy who carries grudges way beyond their natural ending point. You were on the committee that decided not to give me a show of my Bible study or digest things, and I almost dropped this project if it weren't for what happened yesterday. Do you recall the reason for it?
No.
Was it because they were the subject matter, or were they just not very good, or? Do you kind of recall?
I really don't want to do this.
Yeah. Well, does the religious content of my...
Okay, turn it off, John. This is stupid.
All right, now, do you remember when I wanted to have a show of my Bible study or digest things and I got rejected?
Yes.
Was that because of censorship?
It was a group decision.
And
no.
But what was the reason for it?
We don't have to give reasons.
Today I've been investigating what I consider to be quasi-censorship in terms of my Bible study or digest work. Should I be paranoid? Ah!
But we don't.
So, well, could you just go on record as saying the work just wasn't very good?
The group decision was that it was not, that we were not going to show that show.
Well, that doesn't really answer the question.
That is the answer to the question.
So my feelings are all paranoia?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does that almost start smacking of quasi-censorship to you?
Sure. Well, I know that the gallery censored before.
It has?
Oh, yeah. Remember Mimi's show?
Yeah.
Mimi had actually submitted more pieces than those that were shown. The ones that were not shown were specifically censored by the gallery.
Well, it appears, despite my worst fears, I wasn't entirely booted out of the show. Here's our faculty show. Let's see if we can find the potentially most obscure position in the show. Where could my picture be? They did put it in, but I think they put it into a position where it will be impossible to read it.
Yeah, but I noticed they sort of jammed you into a corner, so
yeah.
I really don't want anybody to see it.
Yeah. Well, I think this is where they're going to have the drink trays to make sure that no one can actually read what my picture says. Do you guys plan to put a drink tray right in front of my work?
Absolutely not.
Now, seriously, if you do put that drink tray, would you at least consider putting binoculars so the audience could read?
There isn't going to be a drink tray. No drink tray.
If there was a drink tray,
Then we would give you binoculars.
In an attempt to locate myself in the larger art world, I've come into one of the finest galleries in the city of Philadelphia, and I'm going to speak to the gallery director, Ralph Johnson. Ralph, why do you suppose I am such an obscure figure as far as the larger art world is concerned?
People don't like you?
They don't like me?
Yeah, personally.
That's a little harsh. All right, let me see your dog. Now, can we trust a man who has a nice dog like this? You're joking, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay. This is here's the finest artist in the city of Philadelphia. A little dark, but we'll get back to Larry Francis later. Am I utterly paranoid to think that I may have been censored, at least quasi-censored?
No, I think you were definitely censored.
Really?
I think the material is, of the things, not the quality, is why they were a little nervous to put it up.
And Larry Francis, I think everyone knows what he's talking about in the art scene. I'll have some of his work grafted into this video.
Hey John, I just want you to know that I really love your piece down there at the art show. It made me laugh.
Well, you don't find it religiously offensive?
Well, yes, I do. That's probably what I like most about it, actually.
You don't think it's the quality just is terrible?
Quality is fabulous, and the message is maybe even more important to some people.
I have to speak kind of low now. I've discovered a bug in the snacking area of my art school, so I have to be very careful. There may be other bugs elsewhere. Oh, that seems good. But I really can't say too much about my film right now because we just don't know who's watching. What the hell is that? As you can see here, the watched is now watching the watcher. Hello, big brother. I'm being censored, but so are you. It's not as if I don't know that I'm a very self-absorbed, miserable little guy who carries grudges way beyond their natural ending point. And I almost dropped this project if it weren't for what happened yesterday. A friend of mine, another teacher at my school, said, "John, do you know what they did to your artwork?" I said, "No, what?" And he said, "They put a screen in front of it." I said, "How?" Since my friends all think I'm pretty paranoid, they go, "Nah, they wouldn't have done that." He said, "No, I'm not kidding." So when I went down and saw what I'm about to show you, it made me decide to resurrect this censorship video after all. Have a good day.